Kids, be good. Mommy's trying to work.
Hi, welcome to Moms and Wine. I'm Pamela.
And I'm Vanessa.
And duh, I already said this, but you know, it's been a long day. You are watching Moms and Wine, and it's finally getting hot outside, even though this one's wearing a sweater, but it's very cold here. And we are talking about SPF. So one thing that we actually have in common is that we're kind of like the police of SPF,
yes,
right?
Yes.
So
nobody wants to travel with me. No one wants to go to the beach with me.
Yeah, the other moms in the park actually get a little bit like weirded out by me because I'm so like so first of all, SPF every day, almost every day, with the exception of a few months during the winter. I kind of spare my kids, even though I actually put on SPF on my face all year long.
Well, I try to use a body lotion that has SPF in it.
Yeah.
And as far as I use products that on my face have SPF in them as well. I don't put an SPF base on my face.
So you'll use like a cushion or a foundation. Yeah, that's what I do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I don't put like unless I'm actually going to be like significant sun exposure, you know.
Yeah.
And then my kids, and then they leave the house or they go to camp or they go to school and they're gonna be playing outside. I'm crazy with this SPF and this.
Oh yeah. So I've tried different brands. Like right now, like I'm really into like Coola. That's kind of like what I use on my kids. I started using it on myself. It's funny because we were talking about like all the brands that I grew up with, and I won't mention all of them because they do have some nice products, but like their SPF stuff, like I just don't think it's like living up to the expectations that some of the newer brands that are coming out a little bit more conscious of like the ingredients that they're putting into.
100%. And then the other thing is, you know, at what point is it are they conscious of the ingredients but they're not the right ingredients to keep the sunburn? Like, so I even with all the controversy, I actually really love Honest Company and I use it for my kids as far as sunblock, and my children have never gotten sunburned.
So then that works for you. That's
exactly. But you do have to reapply often because obviously the ingredients are a little more
well, that's the thing. So speaking of, so I am a product of my mother in terms of reapplying. So first of all, like this whole thing, like if you apply at 10 a.m. and you think that your kids like are gonna, or that you are gonna be fine until like 3 p.m., like that's crazy. So like the fact that like the SPF and Cosmetics Institute had to come in and like put in these labels, like that's like for dummies. I mean, I'm sorry, like you have to be really
but Pam, like everything. I mean, this is terrible because I'm really sorry. You know, there's people are gonna watch this and be of all different levels of intelligence. Products these days, like people these days, are actually that crazy. They misuse products. They need to be told specifically, like, do not eat this. I understand that it's plastic, but you shouldn't eat it. Or do
not put the hot coffee in between your legs and then drive the car. If anybody remembers that.
Or do not put this product in your crib when it's not even made for the crib. It has to have actually, like, you know, like your hairdryer that says do not use this in the bathtub. Who is using your hairdryer in the bathtub?
Right? I'm so gonna do that.
Exactly. So I don't really. I feel bad, but that's like where our world is going right now. So now people are like applying sunscreen in the morning and be like, the sunscreen didn't work. Well, how long did you think it was going to work for?
Okay, so we're going to thank you for your new label. So going back to
it's saving children, I guess.
It is. That's fine. Okay, so we're putting the labels on there. So yeah, like you have to listen to it. It says 60 minutes or like I think 80 minutes is the longest one.
Like, it depends on how much water and.
So they have one that's 120. I don't think I understand. It's like 60 or 80 minutes usually. So yeah, and I reapply. And I learned this from my mom before there were labels, like before there was even like an SPF police situation going on in the media. My mom was very serious with SPF. We're talking about 30 years ago. This was like before the sort of, I think like everybody woke up to what's going on. We were SPF'd all the time, covered from head to toe, reapplying every like hour to hour and a half. And then I was in the pool from like 10 a.m. till never past 1 o'clock. And then I was the kid at my grandmother. So we used to summer. This wasn't that bad. I know this is not weird. This was, if anybody's familiar with the phrase the Borscht Belt, I used to spend my summer in the Catskill Mountains in Monticello with my grandmother. So like I say summer, like oh, I went to summer. Which
it was fine. It was those of you that want to Google, they call it like the bungalow colonies.
Bungalow colonies. Okay. Oh, Dirty Dancing. Yes. That's where Dirty Dancing was filmed. Google the Catskills or the Borscht Belt. It was not the life of luxury, but for me, this was the best time of my. I had the time of my life. So like I was the girl who my grandmother said like we're going, and this was obviously in Russian, so it wasn't English. She's like, we're going home. 1 o'clock, that was it. I went home with her, and I wasn't back out until 4 o'clock. Like I think we left at 12. I was not out in the sun.
I was the kid that was out all day.
You were. So, and like the thing is though, now I am my mother, literally. I am the one who takes the kids, like after like June, like I would say like June 20th or whatever, like they're not out in the sun in the park from like 12 to 4. Like we're done.
We are out. We are out all day, and we are just and we usually crash at like 6 p.m. because they're exhausted, but we are out.
I
all
would be.
day.
Well, yeah, you're in the sun. You're like getting all that vitamin D, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so like I'm like pretty serious about my SPF, and I think I want to mommy, I love you. I want to thank you for my skin that's 50 years old. It looks so fantastic. But you know, it does. It's
like important.
And we're not even talking about the serious part, right? Like your sicknesses and
like it's great that I'm so beautiful and I look awesome, but
you
beyond but beyond that, there's serious ramifications for not properly sunscreening yourself and your children.
Right.
And it's interesting. I actually have a few different friends that are all different ethnicities. And I have a little more of an olive complexion, so I don't burn, but I still sunscreen like crazy. And I'm with these other moms, and they don't sunscreen their kids at all.
Really?
Because I have friends that are African American, friends that are like Latino, and they feel that their kids don't burn, so they don't need to sunscreen them. And I'm not of a different ethnicity, so I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that the same issues can happen as far as like skin cancer.
I mean, obviously I don't have the statistics. Yes, like obviously if you're darker skin, you have more. I think it's melanin in your skin, so you are slightly more protected. But I mean, I would say to your friends and everybody, like everybody needs coverage.
Well, that's why nobody wants to go because I'm like, I don't want to be. I'm not the judgy.
You don't
want
to be the mom, right?
I don't parent other people's children. It's not my business.
Don't you feel bad?
I'm like, hey, do you want to borrow my sunblock?
I know. Like that's the one spot. Like when it comes to like, I feel like life and death. Not to get all like crazy or anything. But like when it comes to skin, which can be life and death down the line for them, I'm like you. I'm like I don't want to be the judgy one. But in this particular instance, I'm like, yeah.
Well, there's a whole other episode. When is it okay to like not mind your own business? It's a whole other episode. Like
I think you kind of, unfortunately, you probably always have to mind your business. Do you know what I mean?
But you can always be like, hey, do you want to? Oh, do you need someone? You want some of mine? And then if they don't, they don't. Like that's it. End of story. You know.
Right.
Like, you can always offer it.
But I'm gonna take a look around and see how many other kids, and even like when I send my daughter off, she goes to daycare already. I put it on her, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm wondering, like, am I the only one? I don't think I am.
I actually think I might be the only one, and I send it with him to camp, and I sent him with like the face one and the body one, and he tells me that he's one of the only kids that get re-sunscreened during the day because I made a note that he has to be re-sunscreened every time they swim, and he's the only one.
That's fine. You know what I mean? Like, look, at the end of the day, like, obviously it's one of those things we always say, like, we don't want to judge and everybody makes their own decisions. But, this is something where you don't need that.
We know better. Well, it's like
we know better already.
When you know better, you do better.
But we already know the ramifications of what could be. And if I feel like if there's even like a 1% chance that something could happen, like why not just lather them on? But then we go into like which one do you buy, right? Like the spray, the cream, the mineral oil. I'm actually working on a few like editorial right now for my blog piecesofham.com to figure out, because I'll be honest with you, like I don't know all the differences, and I want to get educated on what's best, and I don't know. So maybe like my son has a little bit of eczema, like maybe I shouldn't be using this, maybe I should be using that. So I'm researching for everybody, for myself. And if you check it out, hopefully I'll have more knowledge, sometime in before the 4th of July.
Before it's really sunny and really hot.
Really sunny and
hot. But if you
hot.
happen to know anything, like share it with us, because we'd love to hear.
Yes, comment.
If you know anything, if you're like a chemist and works in one of these places, we would love to hear the best.
If you work for one of the companies that makes sun care products, we want to know like how you make them, what you put in yours, what makes yours better than the guys or the girls next door.
And if yours is terrible and you work there, do it under a fake name when you tell us.
That's a good point. Yeah, because we don't want you to get fired.
No, we don't.
Because then you can't go, you can't summer with me in the Borscht Belt.
But they can summer, actually.
There you probably, I actually missed that place. We sold it, and not for much, but we sold it like after I turned 20, and we
the Catskills kind of died. Like my dream,
I
have this weird dream. Like I dream to revive the Catskills, but
God!
I just want to buy a hotel and get all these
That's
investors weird. And kind of it's a whole other story.
No, I never knew that. Is it serious?
This is my dream. Like
oh my God,
I think about this all the time.
Swear to God. Oh my God, I know which ones I would buy. Like
so do I.
Stop it. We're gonna talk about this later. We might tell you.
Yeah.
We have to have some secrets to ourselves.
If you want to invest, let us know.
Just send us chats. Okay, so speaking of sun safe and summer, so okay, I found this thing. It's called My Cabana Boy. Okay, so you know how it's always hard for you to get the back. So this is pretty cool. So you open up this lever right here. You stick in your aerosol. It fits, as you can see, like almost any bottle, and then you close it. Right, so your bottle's in there. You press this. And then you can actually get your bag.
This is so cool. I need one of these. Cool? No, I actually need one of these.
Isn't that awesome? Because here's the thing, every now and then, my husband's always like, "Hey, can you do my back?" And I'm fine. I'm all game. I'm like, oh, and then getting your massage. And then it's like when it comes to your turn, you don't get that same. I'll get it, but it's not with that much love and
This is great,
affection.
'cause you can do with one hand you can do your back, and the other hand you can do your kids.
Multitasking mom. We juggle everything. We juggle everything. So that's my Cabana Boy. I love this product. What is your show and tell?
All right, so my show and tell has nothing to do with the sun, but if you do happen to have a sick child or your sick self, nothing is worse than trying to take temperature.
True.
You know, you just like. It's hard.
It's just the pits.
It's hard to nail down. And sometimes you just need to know, do we have a fever at all? And how do we know?
Tell me that fact. Okay,
So all you do
got.
is take this little thing, it's like a remote control, I'm sure you can figure out how to use it, hold it up to the forehead, press release, and there
And
you have it.
release.
She is
Perfect temperature.
98 degrees.
Nice.
Amazing, so she does not have a fever.
Where's Nick Lachey?
Great for traveling, great if someone's watching it, just a great
So what
product.
is this company called?
It's called Arc Instatemp,
Okay.
and it's a non-touch thermometer, and it's $39.99. So I use it for my kids at this point, and I definitely recommend it. Really cool.
Awesome. And you can
Yeah.
like practically do it, like especially when they're little, you can do it when
Yeah.
you're sleeping.
Exactly.
You don't have to bother them. So that's pretty cool.
Totally.
Yeah, okay, what are we drinking? Very important.
Okay,
So,
you are drinking
Yeah.
a Tazo English breakfast
Okay.
tea. What am I drinking?
so this is actually my favorite tea brand. It's Kuzmi Teas. It's originally a Russian brand. They were actually the official tea for the Romanovs. You know, think what you want about that. And this is the St. Petersburg tea. So it's a black tea and it has like hints of vanilla and caramel. So probably one of my favorite black teas. And
Very delicious.
I had to have this at the hospital when I woke up after each delivery because I just needed to.
Really?
Yeah. I had it like I packed it in my layer bag like my tea and everything. Like.
So do you only drink your tea like straight, or do you ever put milk in it?
I do put milk.
So do
yeah,
I
I
sometimes.
love milk in
So
my
do
tea,
I.
and I actually put milk not just in black teas. Like I have put it in green teas as well. I love it.
I do love milk and tea as well.
Okay, so teas, sunshine. Oh, by the way, I drink tea during the summer all the time.
Yeah,
it's like
of
a very Russian
course.
thing. Like
No, I drink tea all the
I
time.
love it. 10 cups of tea a day. Teas, sunshine, temperature, all kinds of good stuff. It's getting warm. It's summertime. Get your tea, get your wine, and
Get your sunscreen on.
get your sunscreen on, or we're gonna find you.
Yes, and follow us both, Vanessa at Vanessa Lee and Pam at
At PamelaPackerman.com,
Yeah.
and we will see you next week. Bye.